Welcome to Law Talk. I'm Matt Hamilton. Today we're telling you everything you need to know if you have to go to Pleasant Hill, Missouri Municipal Court. To get to court, it's easy but it's not intuitive. You're going to be on Highway 7 entering Pleasant Hill. There's an intersection with a blinking light at Cedar Street. Simply head west on it, go straight down till you see a stop sign, and looking on your left-hand side is going to be the red brick memorial building. You're going to want to park. Parking's easy. You're not going to have to worry about parking. There's plenty there, and you'll be walking at least 100 feet at most. Okay? When you walk in the door, you're going to want to look on your right-hand side. There's going to be a table there. Those are going to be the court clerks. You're going to want to check in. When you're timing when you go to court, try to get there at least 15 to 30 minutes ahead of time. That's not wasted time. It's a good investment. You see, they tend to call the cases that check in first up to the stand in front of the judge. So by arriving early, you're getting there ahead of everybody else. Your case is going to be called sooner, and you're going to get out of there. Also, you're catching everybody with the most patience of the night because they haven't had to deal with everybody before you. Okay? Arrive 15 to 30 minutes early. Check in with the clerk. If you've already hired an attorney, you shouldn't have to check in. The attorney should have already checked in for you. It doesn't hurt to just ask, but you shouldn't have to. Okay? What to wear to Pleasant Hill Court? Lots of people make this mistake. It's really quite simple, though. The idea is don't look like a guilty person. Show the court some respect. In return, the court will show you more deference. It's in essence trying to dress as if you're going to church, okay? The mistakes I see people make in dress codes are the girls looking a little bit too promiscuous. The idea may be if you show a little skin, they'll go easier on you. That's totally not true. It's counterproductive. Try to look more conservative and respectful. With the guys, they tend to either show up directly from work in their work clothes, and if you have a dirty job and you're grimy, they just don't show up. That is a mistake. They don't care that you have a job and you just came from it. You're simply showing them a lack of respect by not planning ahead to dress appropriately. So change out of your work clothes, guys. Third, with the young kids, everybody seems to be coming in pajamas or dressing really as if they are in their own living room. Okay? Don't wear the pajamas to court. Dress appropriately. All right? Pleasant Hill Municipal Court takes several kinds of payments. They'll take checks, they can do a credit card now, and they can take currency. If you got a cash bond when you originally got charged, you can apply that to your fine and court costs. So there's some flexibility. Don't bring somebody else's credit card, bring your own, okay? If it's not your name on it, how do they expect you to take it, okay? Fines in Pleasant Hill Municipal Court go up to $225 per charge. Remember, that's per charge. So if you have two charges, you're looking at a maximum payment of $450. The judge can sentence you to jail, and indeed I've seen that happen, but it's not common. Pleasant Hill is not common to get people in jail. What typically happens is either probation, a fine and a conviction, or some sort of an amendment down if you're an attorney. Probation can be several forms. Pleasant Hill Municipal Court does do community service. They also sentence people to classes. Remember, with community service, you're going to want to run it by the court clerk ahead of time. That's Jackie Kimry. Call her at 540-3135 and run it by her. You don't want to be doing a bunch of community service and then find out later on it's not approved. Now, the court can also make you do classes. For example, if you have a DWI, you're going to be taking the SATOP class, or you're going to be taking the Victims Impact Panel class. I've seen people with alcohol drug education courses and Alive at 25, but that's unusual out of Pleasant Hill. Shoplifting classes, sometimes for a larceny or stealing charge, also that's unusual out of Pleasant Hill, where it's common other places. Let's say you want to delay your case by getting a continuance. If you have never delayed your case before, in Pleasant Hill, you can call in 540-3135 to Jackie Kimry. Don't do it on the day of court. Don't do it an hour before the court. She's too busy and you won't get through. Call ahead, plan ahead. They'll give you a one-time continuance, and that continuance will last an entire month, so it'll give you plenty of times. You can't do it twice. The second time you have to actually show up for court and ask the judge. The judge typically will give you a continuance at that point, but it'll stop giving them around 3 continuances. So you can only delay things so long here, so plan ahead. Now, they will give time to pay in Pleasant Hill Municipal Court, but show up with some money to be put down. I usually want $100 to $300 down just so that the judge is okay with it. If you get time to pay on your charge, you're going to have to come back to court the next month, so remember that, don't blow it off, and show the judge how much money you've put down in the last 4 weeks. If you put down nothing, he's not going to be very pleased with you. So that's how time to pay works in Pleasant Hill Municipal Court. Are you able to get a court-appointed attorney, a free attorney in Pleasant Hill? In all likelihood, no, you're not. The reason why is to get a court-appointed attorney, 2 things have to happen. Number 1, the judge has to make a finding that you're indigent, that you lack any financial means of payment. The second thing the court has to find is that the prosecuting attorney is seeking jail time against you. And like I said, most of the time they just want fines and a conviction in Pleasant Hill. They don't necessarily want jail time. So since the prosecutor's not asking for it, you don't get a free attorney. So what to do? Well, the easy way to do it is simply call ahead to an attorney like us, a person that regularly practices in Pleasant Hill Court. He'll be able to tell you whether or not your case merits the investment in an attorney. If your case is so small that you don't need an attorney, we're not going to charge you for the phone call, and we're just going to tell you straight up, hey, you don't need an attorney to handle this, and I'll tell you why. Nobody's getting rich off Pleasant Hill Municipal Court, so I'm not going to try to sales pitch you in to hire an attorney for it when you don't need one. However, a lot of times you do need an attorney for that. And the reason why is the type of charges that are typically charged there. You're looking at traffic offenses, drug offenses, DWIs, assault, stealing. These are things that you do not want on your permanent record. You don't want them on your driving record. You don't want to lose the points. There's a rumor that goes around that things come off your driving record after a few years. That's simply not true. The points come off after 18 months, but a conviction on your driving record stays there for years and years and years and years. That's a permanent record. Insurance will see this, and the money that you invest to keep it off your record will be much less than the cost of the rise of your insurance. Not to mention, if you have a conviction on your record, that can affect your ability to get a job, it can affect your ability to get a loan, it can affect your credit rating, and prosecutors in the future, when they're looking, they ask for those records that they already have them. If they see you have convictions on your record, they're much less likely to go lenient on you in the future. So in today's society, it is important to have a clean record. That's an asset that you want to maintain. And even if you don't have a clean record already, don't make it worse on yourself. Give us the argument that, oh, well, when he was young and irresponsible, he was young and irresponsible, but he's an adult now and we should keep him clean. Let us use that for your benefit, okay? Now, you can't negotiate with the prosecutor yourself in Pleasant Hill Court. It's an admission, it's an ex parte contact. You're not going to be able to do that. There are 2 or 3 jurisdictions in Kansas City where you can negotiate, say, a speeding ticket down yourself. Leawood, Lenexa, Olathe, not here, okay? You're either going straight to the judge, and in all likelihood he's going to say you need an attorney, or he's going to convict you and it'll be over. Hire an attorney ahead of time and avoid that problem. That's all you need to know for Pleasant Hill Court. If more questions come up, just give us a call. I'd be happy to help you. And this has been Law Talk with Matt. Have a nice day.